And welcome to another edition of International Soccer Break. I'm your host, Sahil, and I'm here with Rahi. We just finished watching the African Cup of Nations final. Tried to be representative of both teams here. I have proudly wearing the Super Eagles jersey. Rahi, of course, is donning his bright orange. In the end, it was the Ivorians who took the cup home.
It was, and they deserved it in this game. They really did. In the second half, they kept coming, and the goal was what they deserved. The Nigerians did very little in the way of moving the ball, in the way of attacking in the second half. I thought they sat back way too early. Trustek Kong, the inspirational captain from Nigeria, gets the goal, and then they proceed not to play any longer. And the Ivorians really deserve the equalizer and they deserve the winner. And you have to say, for me, the the winner comes off the foot of Haller, yes, but it's created by Adingra, who at 22, the young find of this tournament for me. And in the end, it must be crazy to be in Abidjan right now.
Yeah, it was a little bit disappointing. We'll talk about it from both sides. But a little disappointing from the Nigerian perspective. You have the lead. You're one half away from, claiming the trophy. And then I thought they just conceded way too much possession to the Ivorians and kind of let them dictate the game.
Yeah, and too early, right? At that point, you have a whole half to play. And it's like they decide in the second half, we're just going to sit back and protect this lead. In a final, when the game is in Abidjan and your opponent is the host, you know they're going to get momentum. They're going to be inspired by the crowd. It was way too early to sit back. And then once they needed to come out of their shell, it was really too late. I thought there were some strange substitutions as well that weren't made. I don't know why Simon doesn't start for Chukwueze. I think Inacho should have come on earlier. So for me, it was too defensive early on, and that doomed them in the end. I think Nigeria was probably the best team on form in the entire tournament, but not today. Today, Ivory Coast was the better team, and you saw what it meant to those fans. You saw what it meant to that stadium. You saw Didier Drogba in the stands just going insane.
Yeah.
2015, the last time they won it, and I think they deserved it today. They really did.
Yeah, it was good shots of the stands. You had Kanu and you had Didier Drogba, and it's
Alvin Kalu was
juxtapositions.
there as
Alvin Kalu
well.
was
Yeah.
there. Yeah, former captains of both nations. Uh, it was a very interesting match. Starting off, you had Trustekong gets the goal, and you think, okay, this is Nigeria's tournament, and they're gonna take it from here. But like we said, just a strange sort of performance as a whole. And then trying to recover at the end, little bit of fight here and there, but nothing too extravagant, So
They didn't create any chances after that, right? So it was very strange because after the first half, you felt it would be very straightforward. You felt it would be the Nigerians who would straightforwardly find the second goal, perhaps, and win the game in a professional manner. But the decision not to play, the decision to sit back, I don't know if that came from the coach. Yes, they've been defensively strong the entire tournament. That's what they've hung their hat on. But you can't stop playing. You can't stop looking for the outlet. You can't stop attacking. And they basically did that. And you're just inviting pressure and really credit to the Ivorians for creating the chances they did and eventually taking the winner and coming back once again. I mean, this team has come back from dead over and over and over again. And yes, they were lucky. At the end of the group stage, after losing the way they did, they had no business being where they are. But once they were given that opportunity, they've come back, they've come back, they've come back. And today they came back again and they were deserving. It's surprising considering Nigeria beat them in the group stage.
Yeah, it's really a great story. If you really think about it, from where this team was to start the tournament. Obviously the first match was fine, but after that, where they went to where they ended up raising the trophy, it's quite incredible.
It's an incredible story. It's an incredible story. I don't know how their fired manager must feel now, but effectively, you firing their manager after the group stage. The second assistant comes in, leads the team, inspirational leader, and they find their form. They really found their form. They were a good team, and I think Seko Fofana was an inspirational captain, really inspired the team. But for me, it was the play down the wings. Haller, I think, was impressive. The goal is really a nice little flick. Gets in front of Trustek Kong, the wall at the back for Nigeria. But for me, it's Adingra. He's the one who creates the tying goal against the holder, Senegal. He's the one who creates the winning goal today. He's only 22, a player to really be reckoned with. And this Ivory Coast team, maybe a team to be reckoned with for the future.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think this Cote d'Ivoire team is definitely positioned for the future. What happens to Nigeria now? Because obviously, this was a very strong performance across the board, but there's a lot of veterans on this team as well. So, if they need to, this is their time now, really, with this next round of qualification coming up, so.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't play well today. At times this tournament, they really sparkled. They really played very well at times, and they were fun to watch. Defensively strong, but when they went forward with Lukman, with Moses, Osimhen didn't have the tournament he hoped he would have. That's something moving forward that perhaps we'll see more goals from Osimhen. He created a lot, but this team is still talented, right? And if they can defend the way they have in this tournament, you'd like to think that there's a lot more left for Nigeria to say. The story hasn't ended, certainly. But today they didn't come out to play, and the Cote d'Ivoire was the better side. You know who Nigeria missed? Do you know who they missed?
Who'd they miss?
They missed this guy. Where is he? Here. One of my favorites of all time, Mr. JJ Okocha. You see him there? Yeah.
JJ Okocha.
Inspirational leader. That's who they missed. I have this in my house because he's one of the reasons I started watching this game. There were times Nigeria where they really looked like Nigeria of old. Remember Peter Rufai? He said that they remind us of the old Nigeria. Today they didn't. Today they did not. But Cote d'Ivoire today reminded us of that Cote d'Ivoire team when you had Didier playing, that team that was so exciting in the 2006 World Cup. This is a Cote d'Ivoire side that I think we've known could do this, but they were magical today. They really were. They had the home magic, and they deserved to win.
Well, for everyone out there, we've had a blast watching the African Cup of Nations. To all the Cote d'Ivoire fans, congratulations on raising the trophy.
And go party. I can't imagine. You saw the fans, you saw the emotion, you saw what was going on. I can't even imagine what's happening in Abidjan tonight and all over Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing party. And for Nigeria fans out there, we're still on your side. We're going to still continue covering the team. Unfortunately, we didn't win, this particular match for Nigeria fans out there, but the Super Eagles will always continue to fly. Thanks very much for following our coverage of the African Cup of Nations. Our goal is to continue to bring African football, to fans all over the world, cover it. This was a beautiful tournament. And, if this sounds like something interesting to you, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But this is just the start of, I think both of these national team stories moving forward in terms of the next round of World Cup qualification.
What a tournament. Can we say what a tournament across the board, whether it was the Nigerians, whether it was South Africa doing what they did, or whether it was the hosts with this remarkable fairy tale run, ultimately winning at Cote d'Ivoire. What an African Cup of Nations it was. It really was a pleasure to watch. And congratulations in the end to the host. Congratulations to Cote d'Ivoire. Go and party.